It's a brisk night in the Midwest, but we've got football at Paycor Stadium in the Queen City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
1-1, ready? Paint. 11 MT paint. 11 MT.
They'll run with Mixon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
11 MT, paint. 11 MT.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Bengals at 8-2 on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Play action. It's Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
third down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10.
11. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Burrow will throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Twelve. 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That's taken in by Higgins. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Again, it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
11 MT. 11. Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
12.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Bengals. Juwan Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
There's Jackson on third and long. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Mighty. 12.
Now they go play action now. Burrow steps away, dumps it off to Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
11.
Now Burrow. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
11 MT.
They go play action with Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Here we go.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. play action. To Mixon on the check down. Again, powerful running. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
12. Stop.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here we go.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down.
11 mighty. 12. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
11 Thomas. Stop.
Again, it's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and 5. They'll go with the option. Coming right. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the option. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll look to run with Dillon. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Bengals 14. Ravens 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
11.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
On one, ready?
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
12. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. Stop.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
On one, ready?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Take it in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From midfield now, Burrow. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
11.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Mixon going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
12. 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
11.
Here's Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. McPherson's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They go play action with Jackson. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. They go play action now. Jackson trying to lay one up deep. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From the 10.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 19-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now it's Hines. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with now 2 4th-quarter touchdowns.
And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Ravens 21, Bengals 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Inside handoff to Mixon. Runs over him. And some space here. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the pocket.
And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Jackson will keep it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And it's good enough for a Baltimore 1st down. The slot man in motion right.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Play action. It's Jackson.
Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, and he loses the football a 2nd time. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football. taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
11 mighty.
Burrow. He gets this one to Johnson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
MT, 11 MT. 11 Thomas.
Throwing, Burrow. Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll give it to Mixon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Here we go.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here we go, here we go.
And Burrow going to keep it himself.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Charles, for this losing side, they're